What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, we're checking out Battle Brothers a little bit further. I like the new expansion a lot. I've been streaming it, I've been playing it, and I've been having a really good time. It's like, it's one of those things where the developers had said they were never going to put out, like, more content for Battle Brothers, like they were done with it. And it was one of my favorite games for a while, and so it's kind of a bummer when I heard that, and now that they've decided to fully expand the game, I'm just like, alright. I like it. We appear to have a quest to, like, do an amber collector thing over here. Let's go have a look at it. You order your men to fan out through the amber collector. You creep through the area with your sword in hand. As you turn a corner, you find a man squatting over a shithole. His knees wobble at the sight of you. Dude, we just ruined somebody's poop. That's not cool, man. You can't do stuff like that. When he reaches for his weapon, you run him through, quickly kicking his body off your blade and warning your men of brigands who quickly begin streaming out of nearby buildings. Oh, we're actually, like, fighting for this thing. It can't be that bad of a fight, though, for 180. Oh, it's a dog. That's not good. I don't want to beat up somebody's doggo, though. That doggo closed the gap with my crossbowman very rapidly. Without armor, these dogs are going to go down pretty quickly. They're going to go down real fast. It's not really that big of a concern. The dog is apparently afraid of us now, which is probably a good thing, all things considered. Hopefully they can kill it right here, because if they don't, that dog's going to do some damage, unfortunately. That guy has put himself in a really precarious position because our two-handed warrior is going to move up and smack him real fast. Yeah, go to there. Go ahead and get a swing off, I guess. We'll get it started. I always like to get it started off right in this game. Early damage, like first turn damage, is important in my opinion. You definitely want to have first turn damage. Oh, that guy's got himself a golden dog. Rough. Oh, he dodged my two-hander strike. He dodged my two-hander strike. How could you? Alright, well, let's work on morale and see if we can get these guys tuned up. Golden Dog Boy over here is definitely target number one. Crossbowman claims another life right there. Very nice. I think for the first turn, we got some pretty considerable damage off. First turn damage, very important in this game. You want to seize the initiative early, if at all possible. Oh, didn't kill him, though. I was hoping for a death right there. We may lose this guy. At the beginning of the game, it's not really that big of a concern if you lose people. Like, it's more of a financial problem than anything else. Because it's going to be very expensive for you to replace the guys that are getting wiped out. But it's not really that big of a deal to cut your losses, kind of get rid of the people that need to be gotten rid of. Like, we have one person right now who's a cripple. He's got, essentially, and I don't mean that like in a mean way. That's actually like his job title. His job title is cripple. And so he's got a clubfoot, which makes it so that he can't move around very well. Like, we need to get rid of him as soon as possible. Basically, he's just here to soak hits for other people that are more important at the moment. And it sounds cynical and terrible, but that's kind of the way Battle Brothers goes. You have to play this game in sort of a cynical, terrible way. If you're going to have somebody die, you should set up the level 1 guy with a bunch of bad traits to die over your level 2 guy with really good traits that you want to get to level 7 or 8. It's just the way that the game is played. When the fight is over, you assess the scene and ready a report. Siegfried of Vessenhaven will want to know everything which has happened here. Alright, I mean, there was a big-ass fight over a ruined amber collector. You do want the amber collectors to exist, though. Siegfried of Vessenhaven sits back after listening to your report. He's sipping on a goblet of cobra wine. Wait, is that like wine with a cobra inside of it? Like that you... Wait, is that even a thing? Can you get wine with a dead cobra inside of it? Like, I've seen that as a joke, like on TV shows and stuff like that. But I didn't know if it was like a real thing. News? You tell him that the area's been cleared out. The man swigs the rest of the drink in one go and sets the cup down. Good. Now take a gang of my workers back over there to help rebuild. Once they're finished, come back for your payday. This has like an extra... This had an extra step to it that I didn't expect. A fresh, cool breeze is blowing today, and you feel like it's a good time for the Emperor's Select to start something new. You call the men to gather around. What do you tell them? So this is where we pick our first ambition. Ambitions are important because they're kind of like a side quest that gives you something to shoot for while you're earning money and just kind of going through the day-to-day of running a mercenary company. There's a number of options. One of them is to explore the entire world. The other is to make a town really like you. The third is to get a dozen men. A fourth is to build like a banner that you can use as a spear. We're going to go with a dozen men. The builders thank you for getting them to the Amber Collector safe and sound, and then they turn and begin their work, spreading out amongst the location and turning their hands to what tools are about them. The snicker, snacker, and snoring haw of hammers and saws echo behind you. Ooh, that rhymed. I like that. Somebody had fun when they wrote that sentence. As you leave to return to Siegfried of Wessenhaven. All right, let's go get paid. This quest was definitely not worth the payday, but for 180 crowns, I kind of feel like we probably shouldn't have had any. Combat. This one is escorting a caravan for 520 crowns, 570. I'm going to accept it, but I'm going to sit on the quest for a minute because I don't know if I'm actually going to do it. I may just leave it up. The nice thing about caravans is that you get paid a bunch for them, and you get fed the entire time too, and it doesn't affect your food supply. The bad side is you may get attacked by a lot of stuff that really wants to hurt you. So watch out. They're kind of a captive audience when it comes to that sort of stuff. Let's see, who do we have here? We got a bunch of level ups. That's great. Vigmar. Vigmar, we're going to give him... There's a bunch of different things up in here. We've got fast adaptation. We've got crippling strikes. We've got Colossus. Basically, there's a lot of perks that you can get every single time one of your guys levels up, and some of them are definitely better than others. My recommendation for anybody that's going to be in melee is that their first 2 to 3 abilities should be learning, so student. They should also have Colossus, which increases their HP by a bunch. And they should have Steel Brow, which makes it so that they can't be critted on the head anymore. Crit to the head is an instant death in this game, which means that even on like a level 10 character with maxed out gear, if they break his helmet and then they crit him with a knife in the head on the next turn, he'll die instantly. You don't want that to happen. And so this ability will make it so that they have to DPS you down the old-fashioned way. I'm going to give him some extra HP, so he's at 68 now. We're also going to give him some extra melee defense, and we're going to give him some extra fatigue because his fatigue is actually kind of low right now. Disappointingly low, in fact. His fatigue is pretty bad. I didn't realize how terrible his fatigue was, so he's going to gas out pretty early in the fight if we don't fix that. I'm going to give him... Let's give him learning because he's going to be killing a lot of people. And then Fritz will also get some more melee attacks, some melee defense, and a little bit more fatigue so that he can last longer in combat. This guy right here is a bit more of a challenge. With your ranged guys, I find that adaptation is a decent choice. Pathfinder is a decent choice. Adrenaline is okay, but it's a tough call. Like, I never really know what I want to do with my extra guys. They should have quick hands so that they can swap weapons quickly if they get run up on. I'm going to go with fast adaptation, I guess. Fast adaptation isn't going to be as useful for him because he's using a crossbow, so he's not going to be firing quite as many shots per turn as like a bowman would. But at the same time, it's still good. Inside of our stash, we've got some new weapons over here. I think that a solid choice is if we have anybody else that has over 60 attack, they should also have a battle axe because it'll allow them to DPS a little bit harder. Or I guess DPT a little harder. Other weapons we could throw around. I'd like to have axes and shields on people. It looks like he's got himself a grazed kidney. Ow! Damn. Abdominal pain, blood and urine, always in danger of infection. So he's got a ton less HP right now. This guy also has a severed leg muscle. It's kind of a bummer. I'm going to put this guy in reserves for right now and then pull him up to the front lines. This guy right here we should probably get rid of about as soon as possible. But it's going to depend who comes up first that's going to be a suitable replacement. We've got Gunter. We've got Ulfert. I'm not going to spend the money right now. It's 2 days to take that shipment somewhere else. I think we may be better off. They don't have amber here, right? Okay. I was hoping we get some free amber for the quest. Sometimes you get items when you do these quests. We've got Sundheim down here and Hermannshof. Where's a good spot? This is actually a really good spot up here for trading, and so I'll probably head up that way so that we can start trading some items around and maybe having ourselves a little bit of a mercantile seat on the map. In Sundheim, we're not really going to be able to do anything here. He's got a package delivery, so package deliveries are easy money. Let's get paid 330, it looks like, for that contract to go north and drop this package off somewhere that we were already going. So let's go to Hermannshof, and we'll kind of work our way up there. I'm not like in any particular hurry to get to Nori. We're going to check all these places for anything we might be able to buy. So, for example, this place looks like it has a wheat field. Not that great. If we were picking up food, this place would work out fine. It looks like a lot of these places are suffering from some pretty serious attacks from bandits and things of the like. But lots of food. So if you're looking to buy bread at a discounted cost, this might be the place. Let's go ahead and get rid of that and get rid of that. Does everybody have a helmet? No. Everybody does not have a helmet. You want people to have a helmet for the aforementioned reason that I already brought up earlier in the episode. Any hit to the head is a critical hit if you don't have a helmet on. And because your HP is so limited, crits to the head tend to be instant deaths, like 80% of the time. Doesn't really matter what weapon you're running, a hit to the head is usually fatal. Unless it's something like a club or a knife. You're probably not going to walk it off. And so having helmets is a really good plan. So we'll grab a couple of just mediocre early game helmets real fast that we can throw on people's heads. And he's got a head wrap. He's got a head wrap. I bought one too many. Oh well, I'm bad at managing my financial issues. Let's go up to Brookheim and see if they've got anything up there. It looks like Brookheim has pig farms, mushroom groves, and it looks like it has a peat pit. We got some bandits right there. Oh, those are brigand raiders? Never mind. Those are tier 2 troops. Let's not fight those. Those will stomp us out right now. This game does require a pretty considerable amount of metagame knowledge if you're going to be good at it. Don't be upset if the first time you play this game, you get utterly stomped out because you don't know what the enemies are. You don't know what they bring to the table. You aren't quite sure like what their equipment and gear is going to be. It can be a problematic experience. That's fine. It's part of the game. So there we go. We got our 260 crowns right there. We got another quest over here too. As you settle into the room, Rolo the treasurer finishes a goblet of cobra wine and heaves the cup out of a window. You hear the din of its clattering hollow far, far as he turns away to you. While walking in the woods, brigands swarmed my wagons and made off with all my goods. They left me my life, which is fine, but the gall of what they did keeps me up at night. I see their sneering faces and I hear their laughter. I believe it was a message to go after me because I refused to pay their tolls. Well, now I'm ready to pay a toll to you, Sellsword. Go and slaughter the vagabonds. I'll pay a tidy toll indeed. He'll give us 350. Yeah, that's fine. 350 is a decent payday. It looks like they're at the occupied hovel to the northwest. Okay. It's going to be a fight right over here. Hopefully this will be nice and simple and an easy excuse for us to get some free gear. Because really that's what you're going for, is that you want the free gear, you want the free level ups, like in the early game. So this game has a difficulty curve, for those of you that may not know that. This game gets harder as it goes along. The difficulty does not stay the same like it does with Mount and Blade, and you can just like pick and choose your battles. This game, everything gets harder on a linear scale as your days go by. So in the early game, you really want to capitalize on the fact that you've got limited time to get things done. I'm just passing everybody's turn right now, or delaying everybody's turn, sorry, not passing, delaying, so that we can get the first hits off on them since they are charging us. That guy's got a pick, that guy's got a heavy weapon. There are some things about to happen here that are going to be rough. He's got a Golden Dog. We've already killed one person, which is actually really good. That means their morale is already going to be tanking ever so slightly. He's going to strike at the shield right there. We're going to move him over to here. Go ahead and stab at that guy. Unfortunately, it did not work out for us. Let's work on the two-handers first. Unfortunately, we're not landing strikes right now. Wish that we were. Hey, there we go. Perfect. That's very much how I like to lead off. We want people to be wavering in combat nice and early. We want them to be considering if this is a fight they actually want to take or if they want to run for it. If we can rout the enemy early, it saves us a lot of issues later on. That man's hurting pretty good. We may lose him right there. He's been wounded pretty badly. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of damage on these guys. 2 spear strikes out right there. That's a bummer. Took a little bit more damage than I wanted to take. Looks like we do actively have people routing now, which is great. Well, not... Oh, we lost a guy. Bummer. All right. It's okay. They've lost 3 guys, so we're winning right now. You step forward. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that guy right there. I wanted him. I wanted him bad, but it didn't happen that way. Senor Golden Dog needs to be taken care of. There's a sentence you never thought you would hear somebody say. Finish him off real fast. I was hoping... Ooh, we lost 2 guys. Bad. Very, very bad. This payday isn't going to be worth it. We're going to have to restock the ranks a little bit by the time we get out of here. He's actively routing now, so he tried to retreat and got himself murdered. Well, this has definitely turned into a problematic fight very, very quickly due to the RNG of just getting slapped. Yeah, we missed a lot of swings we probably shouldn't have been missing, and then we ate a lot of hits we probably shouldn't have eaten, so it's the way life goes in the early game. Life is sort of disposable in this game when you're early on in the campaign. There you go, that's what I'm talking about. Get a little bit of pain off right there. Perfect. We can get that two-hander out of the way. I'd feel a lot better about our chances of surviving this little conflict. So we lost 2 people. Ralph the Fisher has been pretty seriously wounded. He's in rough shape. He's got a permanent injury right there to his elbow. We lost Alfgeir and we lost Dirk, but we've still got Vigmar, Fritz, and Ulfert, who are our original guys, and that's all we really care about. You really want to protect your original battle brothers because they basically can't rout in combat. The original 3 that you start with have a buff that's like bonded or something like that, where it's like a little handshake icon, and it means that they're very, very difficult to break in combat. Actually, the loot over here was pretty good. Not bad. I'll take it. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be enough for us to pay for new troops, but it's going to have to be. We're not really going to have much of a choice right there. The fight went. We did okay. We've lost a couple of men, and we're going to have to fire the guy with the busted joint. But we've got Ferdinand the Miner. I might need people who are a little bit cheaper than that. We probably want to find a big city around here. Let's do some party management. So you, unfortunately, are going to have to go. It's not that I don't want you. It's that, unfortunately, it keeps people's morale up if you pay the compensation when you fire people, by the way. This guy is short-sighted, so he's got bad vision. We got some okay stuff out of there, though. He's got some real armor now. We've got some decent real helmets on people, which is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and throw those on in. Avoid some of those crits that are definitely probably hanging out in the wings right now. We'll put him back in the battle line. We've got a lot of stuff to sell, which is a positive. They no longer have ambush trade routes over here. I'm going to sell off the spears. And we'll kind of hold on to some of the stuff in here for when we buy new guys so that we can equip them up. I'm not going to liquidate all my assets yet. They have furs down here for dirt nasty cheap, so we definitely need to take those along with us. Trading is 100% a great option in this game. If you don't know how to trade, basically go to outlying kingdom areas, grab goods that are below market cost or slightly above market cost by 2 or 3 gold, and then take them to the nearest big city that has a stone wall and sell them there. There's also other exploitative things you can do. So if an area is being preyed upon by bandits, or it has ambush trade routes, or if it has like an embargo or a blockade or anything else like that, you can bring stuff in and sell it too, and you'll probably get like double price for it. It's just something to keep in mind. And so as you can see right there, we bought those for 283 and we can sell them here for 336. You can actually sell those for upwards of 400, but since it's early on in the game, I'm not going to panic too much about making a profit. I'm just going to unload here so that we can make the money, especially since we're kind of in a state of flux right now and rehiring because we've lost a lot of guys. Alvar the Cleaver, Hilmar the Betrayer. Let's get Tostic. He's a brawler. I always grab brawlers whenever I see them because they tend to be very, very cheap, and they tend to have bonuses to melee combat, which makes them kind of like a poor man's militia unit. Later on, when we've got more money, we'll be looking for militia guys, or we'll be looking for full-on soldiers and like disowned nobles and stuff like that. But for the moment right now, that's not really what we're going for. We're going for anybody that can really fill the ranks. We're just looking for warm blood, essentially. So yeah, Tostig, he's got a 56 in melee right now. He doesn't really have a bonus to it, but that 56 in melee means that within 2 levels he'll be at 60, which is right where I like people to be as far as level ups go. Let's go ahead and we'll get some levels going right here. He's at 50. I'll probably fire some of these guys as we get further into the campaign because they're just never going to be that good. But for right now, we'll hold on to them. It's somebody to kind of fight and die in the lines so that other people don't have to fight and die in the lines. He's good at melee defense. He's swift. I thought he meant he was tattooed. He has a fear of beasts. Bummer. That's probably not going to work out super well because we will be fighting a lot of beasts in this playthrough. One thing you can say about the new expansion, there are a lot of critters around. There's a lot of furry things that really, really, really want to hurt you. Sorry, my body is trying to attack me with hiccups right now. I don't know what's going on, but I've resisted it. I've resisted, and we're going to be okay. Throw a shield on him. He's already got a shield. Let's go ahead and put a hat on him. We'll give him... He's got decent attack. Let's go ahead and give him a flail. Yeah, flails aren't a bad early game weapon. They do a decent amount of damage. They've also got an increased chance to hit people in the head, plus 10%. And so you tend to fish out like crits on those guys every now and again. Let's go to... I guess we'll go to Mitterfels, and we'll see if they've got any jobs for us to do up here. Right now, at this point in the game, it's very, very important that you are constantly working. You want to get ahead of the cash curve, and basically before the game gets to like day 20 or day 25, when the game starts to actively start to get harder, you want to have people geared up with like chainmail. You want to have a couple people with actual helmets, people with real military standard weapons, stuff like that. It'll make your life easier if you can get ahead of the curve. Got a couple of quests right here. This guy right here, he wants us to find people and solve problems. Apparently some bandits have stolen a demonic statuette. He wants us to track it down and return it. Always negotiate for an increase in the cost that you're being paid for a quest. It costs you nothing, and I'm pretty sure nothing bad happens when you do that. I'm almost positive it's just a free chance to get more money. And so my recommendation is always just to, like, see if you can hit it up or not. Yeah, I guess take a net. This guy's no good, but... Well, he's got Tiny, though. Tiny's not bad. He deals less damage, but he's less likely to get smacked. So that's not too bad. Alright, let's go bandit hunting. We've got another set of bandits on the horizon. While the company takes a short rest, you sit down to examine the wound where an arrow punctured your side not long ago. It's been healing slowly and still aches if you move too quickly, but things are getting better now. Vigmar joins you, seizing this opportunity to talk to the captain. So the way I see it, nobody really knows about the Emperor's Select yet. We don't want to hunt ragtag bands of brigands through the woods forever. We'll have to make a name for ourselves first as reliable swords for hire that can get things done before the noble houses are going to take notice. They'll want to use the company for far better paying tasks, I'm sure. He adjusts his weapon belt and continues. Just keep in mind that the High Lords are playing a dangerous game and we don't want to get on their bad side. There's enough stories of people who cross them only to end up quartered and fed to pigs, and they have the means to squish even a company of sellswords. He pauses a short moment and adds another thought. Guildmasters and councilmen running the villages and towns too, they have a good memory. We depend on them to hire the company for now, but having some influential friends may also help us get better deals with the merchants. Alright, there's our thieves right there. We have many brigand thugs. Some of our guys are under-equipped, but I think we should probably be able to pull through without getting into too much trouble. 2 arms. Let's do it. It's better than 2 legs. This is not going to be a kicking contest. No. Oh, we're fighting in the forest right now. Alright, I'm going to let them get a little closer then. They will more than likely try to take this high ground right here. Oh, out of energy, unfortunately. When you're in the forest, you tend to lose a lot more stamina for doing things that normally you wouldn't lose stamina for. Go ahead and move everybody up. This guy's already breaking. We'll wait and see what that guy does right there. We've actually got a decent spot right there. Okay. I think we'll be okay up here. We may need some reinforcement up there, actually. Alright, let's bring him up just in case. He's a pretty accurate archer, man. I'm pretty happy with the way that archer's been performing. Just pass your turn. We'll wait for them to get to us. I see no reason to put ourselves at risk if we don't have to. Like, it looks like this is forest tile, so it's costing a lot more AP for us to move right there. Fortunately, we missed with the flail right there, which is a bummer. Oh, they're trying to move up. They want to attack on the same turn, huh? I guess there's brush right there, and I can't move right there. Alright, move down this way then. Ow. Yeah, we're going to have to get some damage off pretty soon, otherwise this is not going to go well. Really have no choice here. We have to hit somebody. Like, if we keep fishing out misses like this, this fight is going to be a slog just like the last one, and the payday is not going to be worth it. Yeah, we just can't land any hits right now. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way she goes sometimes. There we go. There's a nice big hit to open up combat. Continue firing arrows at people, maybe giving us a soft kill a little bit later. You kill him, then move forward. We got to move right there. I think he's already taken damage, which is a bummer. 2 misses right there, but big hit right there. So that'll help out with morale slightly. Oh, no, he hadn't been hit yet. Nice. Nice. Beheaded him. Good. There's not a lot of shots he can take right here. Move him to right there so he can fire down their line on that side. Not what I was going for, but, you know, it's what I got, so I'll take it. More than likely going to lose him unless combat starts going very differently. Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling. He's just too new, you know what I mean? Oh, we lost one of our main battle brothers, too. Weak. We're just not landing hits, and they're landing every single hit against us. Like, I don't think they've missed, like, at all so far in combat. Whereas we're missing pretty much every single swing. There we go. Perfect. They are routing, which isn't so bad, but he's going to die too. Did we lose another guy right there? Damn, dude, we lost 3 men in that fight. Just pass it. Get out of here. We lost like our entire squad right there. We lost like everybody. Oh, man. Quest definitely wasn't worth it. It's like there's a lot of RNG in this game. It's a very XCOM-y because everybody has like a 20% chance to hit. So on a certain level, a lot of the quests come down to like who randomly lucks out into rolling the dice and hitting first. And so like we've got a lot of guys right now that are really, really terrible at fighting. And so we're having a hard time with these early fights. Really what you're aiming for in the early fights is you want them to be flawless. We got a package delivery right there for 160 bucks. We'll go ahead and take that wherever it needs to go. Yeah, I'll probably take the farmer, but we'll do that in the next episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for stopping on by. This is Battle Brothers. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you for stopping on in. Get the game down below. It was recently expanded with a bunch of new content. A massive amount of new content, in all honesty. How you doing? Take care, everybody. I'll see y'all later.